Make sure all the supplies are secure for the travel. I can feel it in the air. This is going to be a long, tough journey back home. Of course, War Chief. I'll make sure everything is secure before we leave the coast. Good. Now, I wish to retire back to my quarters. If something were to occur, inform me personally. Yes, War Chief. But what about the woman? What about her? I'm keeping her in my quarters for now. When she wakes up, I have some questions for her. Do you have a problem with that? No, of course not, War Chief. Good. That'll be all for now. You're dismissed. Very well. I'll prepare the men for the departure. May you guide our path back home, Allfather. Oh, you're awake. I didn't expect you to wake up this soon. Hey, calm down. I'm not going to hurt you. Hey, I said calm down. If I wanted to hurt you, I would have done so in your village. Hey, shh. It's okay. I can understand that you might be scared and confused. But know this. No harm shall be brought upon you. You have my word. Hey, slow down. One question at a time. I can't keep track of what you're saying when you speak too fast. Especially with an accent like that. Who am I? I am Trygve Hastein, Chieftain and Jarl of the Skölung clan. I've heard a lot about the names that your people have called us. Savages, barbarians, pagans. But I've never heard someone call us that before. But yes, you're correct. I'm one of the Dane leaders from the clans far north. May I ask for your name? I've never heard a name like that. I'm not very accustomed to your culture, but does it have a meaning? Interesting. It's very befitting. Do you remember what happened back at your village? You don't? Well, it's no wonder you got knocked down in a matter of seconds by one of my men. I have to apologize for that. You didn't pose any threat to begin with, so that was uncalled for. I'm going to make sure that he learns his lesson. Allow me, I just want to feel. There's still some remaining blood from the blow. Here, take this cloth. What happened, well, we were only planning on raiding your monastery for the trinkets inside. But the city guards had other plans. But we did what we needed to do to survive. Among the people that survived was you. You didn't put up much of a fight, and I decided to take you with us. Why? I have my reasons. That's all I'm going to say. But let me make myself clear about one thing. As long as you behave and do what you're told, no harm will be brought upon you. And if you don't, well, let's just say that my men have less patience than me, and most of them have a rather traditional mindset when it comes to punishments. Have I made myself clear? Good. The last thing I want is for you to get hurt. Of course, I mean it. Even though you're a captive, it doesn't mean I can't be respectful. What? I'm not like my... Well, yes, I would think I'm a little different from other Danes. While some of our clans can be ruthless and vicious, most of us just want to make a living off of what we can. Yes. If you have any questions, you only have to ask. You don't have to be so formal when it's just the two of us. Well, I think that's a fair question. The reason we go out on these quests for loot is quite simple. To maintain the loyalty of our warriors and pacts within other clans. We need to give them what you call a compensation. Our faith and traditions in itself is not enough to strengthen those bonds. They must ultimately be bought. Indeed, shining metals, fine jewelry, anything of value. When some of the neighboring clans discovered that there were buildings across the sea, the monasteries, that were full of them, that was when several clans started traveling south and collected what they could. What about the monks? Yeah, that's a whole other story. You want to know? Well, monks are literate and prone to subjugation, which makes them perfect candidates for slavery. Not to mention they are highly considered as candidates, as teachers and palace servants in those eastern empires. With high demands from the east, it's the perfect opportunity for us to trade with them, when we have what they want. You might think that's horrible, but let me ask you one thing. Have any of your kings managed to build their kingdoms all on free men? I take your lack of response as a no. We are doing what we can to survive. And if this is the way to do it, so be it. I'm sure that you don't agree with me on that matter. But I don't expect you to, either. Huh? No. No. You're not going to be traded off like that. I can assure you. Well, first off, and I'm saying this with the highest respect, I don't think you would survive one day in those slave markets. You have too cute a face to be a slave anyways. Did that really get a reaction out of you? I'm not used to that, honestly. But I guess I just have to, eventually. That's not the only thing, though. I said earlier that I had my reasons. But I can just tell you. I'm not sure what you know about our faith and traditions, but one thing that is highly important for us is to understand signs or messages from the gods. It can come to us through shamans' reading of nature, or readings of dreams. I once had a dream of me standing near a spring, surrounded by trees and beautiful flowers. Once I focused on the spring, there was a woman in the water. Never have I seen such a beauty in my entire life. I approached the woman and managed to get a closer look. And then, when I made eye contact with her, I woke up. And then, when my men found you in your village and brought you to me, I couldn't believe my eyes. You were the woman from my dream. Yes, it's true. You were the woman in my dream. And the shaman told me that this woman is going to have a huge impact on my life. In what way, they couldn't tell. I'm not sure what it means either. And I'm not saying this to scare you in any way. I think there's a meaning behind all of this. I want you to come with me, back to my clan, so we can sort this out. Listen, this might be a lot for you to take in. It might not be your best option. But I can't see that you have another choice. Your village is burned down to the ground. You have nowhere to go. However, if your wish is to go back to the shore, I'm not going to force you to stay. I can arrange for you to safely return to the shore. But whatever happens after that is out of my control. Do you have any family to go to? You don't. If you join me, I can assure you, you'll be under my protection. I can't give you the same guarantee if you choose not to stay. Especially when you don't have anywhere to go. There might be a chance that you'll get abducted by another clan. Or even worse, killed. However, I cannot make that choice for you. But you need to give me an answer, now before we leave the coastline. So, what will it be? I can hear the reluctance. I can hear the reluctance in your voice, but I assure you, you're making the right choice.
Well, Chief, you're needed on deck.
What is it?
I don't know. I don't want to say it in front of the captive, but you're needed to end dispute among men on the deck. It's about her.
Fine. I'll handle it. Make sure no one enters my quarters while I'm on deck.
Of course, War Chief.